Hi, I'm Saren.
And I'm Ray.
We're your Spider Baby hosts from To Know Her Is to Fear Her, a Spider-Woman podcast, as well as proud members of the collective.
You're listening to Capes and Lunatics. Gimme, gimme.
Hi, this is Phil, and I'm here to make sure you know all about the Capes and Lunatics Patreon. Don't miss out on all new episodes of Wade's World, Boob Windows and Long Boxes, our Hard R movie reviews, and so much more, all completely uncensored. Access starts for as little as $1 a month, full videos when you pledge $3 a month. Check us out at the link in all of our show notes, or just go straight to patreon.com/capesandlunatics. Hope to see you there.
This is Luca Perich, and you're listening to the Capes and Lunatics podcast.
I love Ben Reilly.
Hello, kids. Welcome back to another episode of The Capes and Lunatics. This week, sponsored by the Beyond Corporation. I am Phil, joining me as always.
You wish.
I wish. Joining me as always from New Jersey, swinging high over New Jersey. It is
Charlie, the Professor Exa.
Exa?
Essa.
Professor
the
Essa.
Superior Spider-Man.
Professor Exa. And
yes, he was.
That symbiotic young lady herself from Florida. It is.
Look, Flip, it's Lil Hellfire.
Flip. Oh, yeah, me, Ray, and Matt are recording some more Scarlet Spider on Sunday night, so Ray gets to be the young lady who goes flip.
Yay. Okay.
All right, so should we start with Amazing Spider-Man 75?
It's your show, man.
It's our show, damn it. But yes, all right. Amazing Spider-Man 75. I don't know what cover everyone got.
Oh, I got...
There was multiples.
I got this one.
Ooh.
I don't know which one that is, but that's the one I got.
You didn't come on with the
The special crease in the... You know, they had like 3 different covers.
Well,
and this
I got that one, Phil. The same one you got.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was another one. There was another one with like just Ben Reilly Spider-Man on it. I was thinking of that one, or there was even one where it's like him as Spider-Man in the back, and then him as the Scarlet Spider up front.
Yeah. Well, we know how Spider-Man winds up in the hospital.
Yeah.
I don't even understand what that... he's fighting Hulk villains, Phil. Why is poor Peter fighting Hulk villains?
They were hired by someone.
Gee, I wonder who.
Oh, maybe the people who were the day before were putting extra radiation protection in Ben Reilly's suit. Oh.
Yeah, I mean, it's just... Okay, so can we talk about the Beyond Corporation for a minute here?
Yes, please.
Because they are clearly evil. And it's like, and Ben Reilly's just like, well... corporations. You know, but it is so... I mean, this is... You know, they bought what was left of Parker Industries, and much like Parker Industries, they're building up their Spider-Man value.
And
you know,
and they own the Spider-Man trademark now. Thank you, Otto.
And you gotta copyright this stuff, man.
Otto did. That's the problem.
You see, well, Peter just never thinks things through. That's the problem, you know. But although I guess we're getting the Superior 4 soon.
Yeah, there's some kind of... there was that for Devil's Reign. Yeah, Otto's getting, what is that, a mini-series or a one-shot? Yeah,
it's something. I'm reading it.
I knew you would. I saw the headline. I'm like, this is something Charlie Esser would like.
Yeah, they better bring back Anna Marie. You know, I wanted to bring Anna Marie and Tolliver both back, but I will take Anna Marie and just Otto.
Mm-hmm.
But I needs me my Anna Marie.
I mean, if it's multiversal, can't we pull a Superior Spider-Man from another universe? Can we have our Otto?
Yeah. I'm cool with it, you know. I just, you know, he knows that Mephisto did him dirty. I'd love to see him come back, and then we find out that actually it was Mayday. It was It was Tolliver's daughter that actually undoes the whole thing for freaking Mephisto. You know. What did you think of the issue, Lilith?
So it's a good start to the Beyond era, but I don't know. It's a lot of questions. I thought the artwork was great, so shout out to Patrick Gleason.
Yeah.
And like Zeb, I'm not like really that big of a fan of Zeb, so like it's a whole thing. I just hope we have a rotation, so it should compensate for it. But no, I thought it was a pretty good start. I have my doubts. I have my doubts.
Well, it's that old Parker luck. It's like that Ben Reilly inherits. It's that same Parker luck with the thing. And it's also that same Parker stupidity and gullibility.
Yeah, okay. Yes, thank you.
He's not even asking any questions. Gee, multinational corporation that,
I took that as meta commentary because, I don't want to know how the sausage is made. Just give me my 2-day Prime delivery.
Yeah, but it's just the idea that they put him back together. He owes them so much. It's like they put you back together, and you don't think that they are you sure you're still Ben Reilly? Are you the Ben Reilly that was the Ben Reilly?
Did they put him back together?
He's a Doombot, I tell ya, a Doombot.
He says I
thought Otto put him back together at the end of Spider-Geddon or whatever.
Well, yeah, I mean Otto probably, but I guess he's saying that the Beyond Corporation sort of cleaned him up, got him on the straight and narrow.
Even though I'm guessing it's right before this story, but I mean, he's kind of still in space with Iron Man as the Scarlet Spider, and in that book right now. So.
Yeah. So maybe that's and again, maybe are we sure this is? Like I said, it's a clone. How many Ben? It's like Arnim Zola's. How many are there out there? You always have a backup. Yeah.
UFOs, baby. UFOs. So.
Yeah. Well, that is why I picked up this issue. Because I have always loved the UFOs.
That was my highlight, especially for the artwork, for sure.
Yeah. And it's nice to see that Ironclad's doing okay after his last Hulk fight. So that's
the Hulk,
good.
bashed his head in, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I think Immortal Hulk 50's next week, I believe, so.
Yeah, so that'll be that.
Final part of that, yeah.
So do you like his new costume design, or how you feeling about that, Phil?
Oh, I like it.
Okay. It's very shiny. I kind of like it. It's a nice little modern update for him. The kid deserves so much more. Sorcerer Supreme!
Okay.
Yeah, it does not need to be just running around in old sweatpants, so yeah. It's
but think about it. You're comfy. It is the fall. It is what the kids call sweatpants season. Such a missed opportunity.
Yeah, but remember at the end of the Free Comic Book Day issue that the Beyond Corporation's like, yeah, we'll take that Scarlet Spider suit. They're like, you can stop dressing like a 14-year-old.
Yeah, I like that his spider. I like that he can do the old Superman cellophane trick with the spider. Just take off the spider and it just wraps itself around people.
I know. I love when it drops Peter and he's like, it will release in 1 hour. In that time, lay here and think about the decisions you've made in your life.
Yes. I like the fact that apparently you can take out, and I don't know why no one's ever done this. Like you can take out X-ray by just punching him in the head with lead-lined gloves. Like that was all it really took, was just interrupt his flow of electrons. But poor old Peter.
But my question is, Ben's telling Peter, he's like, yeah, they wanted a Spider-Man. If it wasn't me, they were going to go for someone else. So I was like, who else would they have gone after? Would they have gone for Miles, maybe, or who?
Or they
would just done dealing with his own clone saga.
Yeah,
they would have called up. They would have called up Otto and said, "Hey, Otto, you want to put on the old spider suit again? Got a fresh body for you, ready made."
I don't know, man. I mean, you deal with Otto, you got to worry he's going to try to take over the joints, and then it's like, maybe. And with Miles,
poor Ben just wants to be loved. He has this whole complex about being second best. I hope they really dive into that psychological aspect. I did enjoy the backups though.
Oh,
the backups were, for me, really cool. I wasn't expecting backups for some reason. I don't know why, but I was like, oh, cool beans.
Yeah, like that.
Yeah, it was nice getting the Daughters of the Dragon back again.
Yes!
Yeah, by Kelly Thompson, yes.
Exactly, yeah. Good old Ravencroft. They're really trying to make Ravencroft a thing now.
Well, yeah, you know, they're Arkham.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And I love Marcus, Police. I always want to call him Markiplier, but I know that's not his name.
Okay, YouTube boy.
I don't even know who Markiplier is. It's just such a weird name to give him. Momplacer? Yeah. It sounds like a made up name. Which is exactly what a Beyonder would do. And I like this guy because you can tell, like the Beyonder, he likes ice cream.
And then I'm guessing this. I don't know if it was going to be, but I'm guessing that JMD Mateus Ben Reilly flashback series in January is going to like tie into this, maybe because you know Dr. Kafka was like all interested in working with Ben Reilly, and then in the previews for that series, they show Ben taking his mask off in front of her. So
yeah. Well,
no secrets, baby. No secrets.
You can't have secrets from a psychiatrist. Although, I will say this. You do realize that they left poor old Pete with his mask off down there, you know, after he gets blown up. So it's like, is that secret out now? Are we just going to say that, yeah, everyone knows he's Spider-Man?
Beat it, buddy. Hit the bricks.
yeah, it's going to be one of those things.
See you later, Bunky. That's how they're leaving good old Peter.
Yeah, but it's going to be
They're going to say, well, clearly he wasn't Spider-Man because Spider-Man was there. He just dressed up as Spider-Man, trying to be a hero.
Oh, no.
Get out of here with that dollar store costume.
Like back in the day, what was that amazing Spider-Man 13? Yeah, you know, within his first year, Charlie had Doc Ock unmask him, and he's like, it's just, you're not Spider-Man.
He's just a kid.
You're just a kid. You cannot be Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Or better yet, do Lex Luthor. I have no idea who this is, but you should kind of know who Peter is. So.
Parker Industries, come on.
Exactly.
At that
Like,
point.
look at him trying to pull a Tony Stark over here. This guy.
Yeah. And so I guess it's a Max Dillon clone, and they have him being all electronic now.
Well, I don't know about that. I mean, there was a female version of Electro running around. Yeah, and then like Max Dillon died, so I don't know if this is like a clone or...
Yeah, well, people die all the time, you know. You can't let that...
clones, who cares?
He's coming back as a clone. He's like taking that auto journey.
Yeah, well, you know. I mean, I enjoyed the book. I especially enjoyed the talking bits, especially Pete and Ben talking, and Pete just being very
Overdue
mad.
conversation.
Yeah, and it's like, you know, I'm sorry, Pete, but you don't own Spider-Man. You know, it's my life too. Even if you want to say you're the real one. And that's sort of what, you know, Kafka says with regard to Dylan. It's like, we don't care how they have these traumatic memories. They have these traumatic memories. Mm-hmm. You know, it's not really our business, you know, that they were cloned and the memories were implanted. We have to try to help them work through them. Good for Kafka. Just actually believing in, you know, helping people. I hope she doesn't turn evil.
And again, like you're saying...
Of course she does.
Yeah, well, her name is Kafka, so it's kind of...
It's right there. You know, you just don't name your kid that and expect it to be okay.
Well, I assume that's her family name, you know?
Well, I think it might have been the last time we talked to JMD Mateus Lilth, or the time before. He was saying, he invented Kafka in the 90s, and like he named her after like a friend of his. So he's like, you know, it's kind of weird to go to the movies and then in Amazing Spider-Man 2, Kafka is like a German guy.
Yeah. Yeah, not what he had anticipated, obviously.
That's how it goes.
But I just heard Lilith in my head. I'm reading this, you know, and Ben's like, you know, Peter, I have the memories too, you know, great power, great responsibility. So he has all that Uncle Ben baggage in his head. I mean,
Lord,
basically,
it's like the one thing you would hope wouldn't get transferred, but nope. We're doing it.
I mean, think about it. He has everything in his head up to Amazing Spider-Man 150. So I mean, the Uncle Ben stuff's in there.
That poor kid.
Yeah,
bro, that poor kid.
All the you know, Gwen Stacy. Yeah, all that stuff up to 150. Man, that's in his head.
Like you left it in there. You know, you could have removed it.
He remembers what it's like to have 6 arms. Yes.
Hey-o.
Hey-o.
You can get so much done.
Oh. Lilith could do so much on the computer. multitask. But no, I enjoyed it. I was so Lilith, you were, I won't say thrilled with, but you were. This was satisfactory.
No, I think it's a pretty interesting take, and I was like, I'm kind of iffy about the whole Beyond thing because, like, but like I think they have a good grasp on it, and I like that we have like the backups and the rotating, writers and artists and stuff. I think it's going to be very interesting until we get to our big Spidey milestone for sure.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, next year.
It's definitely a great place for people to jump in, especially, like, I don't know who wouldn't know who Spider-Man is at this point, but I think this is a great, like, reintroduction for Ben Reilly in, like, the whole, like, Spider universe.
Yeah.
In a more interesting and not so ho-hum, I take pictures kind of Spider-Man thing.
Yeah. I wonder especially if the numbers on this do good, if they're going to spin off Ben Reilly again into something else.
I think they definitely have plans for him. Marvel, maybe, perhaps. I don't know. Specifically, the film division, I don't know.
I mean, at least
getting to be a little bit too curious over here.
Oh yeah.
Like, we do have another Spider-Man.
It's like if you do a Ben Reilly, like in the movies, it's like, is Tom Holland pulling double duty?
Well,
there's plenty of kids that look like Tom Holland, though. Like, Tom Holland face is a dime a dozen. Just saying. Timothy Chalamet, if you squint hard enough. I'm just saying.
Well, I will say I kind of liked the fact that they actually did do a weird thing with the way that Peter's hair is versus the way that Ben's hair is. I mean, obviously they always do that with the change in their hairs, but it just seemed very much like one was kind of what's his name? The one with the good hair and one with the weird curly hair of our new kid, Tom Holland, and like this is who was the guy before Tom Holland?
Andrew Garfield.
Oh, Andrew Garfield.
So it's like we got the Andrew Garfield and the Tom Holland here. That was my vibe when I looked at that. So that's my take on that. I don't know.
Poor Andrew Garfield. You're the only person that remembers poor Andrew Garfield.
Well, he was there.
You're such a good egg, Charlie.
So, okay, here's the question. Why wouldn't the Beyond Corporation come right to Peter and be like, hey, we want to give you a job? Or
he's already learned. He's been burned by them before. So.
I know. But I do like in the beginning of this, like, they didn't just like, hey, well, okay, Kindred's over. We'll never speak of that again. I like that he's like still kind of mourning in the beginning, and it's like, we got to mourn Harry.
Although, let's never speak of it again.
Yeah.
God, that lasted forever.
Only 74 issues. Come on. And that's only because he left. That's only because Spencer left early.
Exactly.
But
good solid start. I'm very happy. I can't wait to see Kelly write the main story for sure. Obviously, can't wait to talk to her.
Oh yeah.
Spoilers.
End of the month. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. So I guess it's it said 18 issues of this. So it's like, I guess 3 issues a month for the next 6 months.
Thrice monthly, baby!
For the next 6 months, yep. And then I think there's a special in there somewhere.
Oh my god.
There's a special in there somewhere, so one of these months is going to be every week, so, yeah. Because it said 19, I believe, parts.
Who do they think they are? Batman?
Oh!
Didn't they learn their lesson?
Well, at least it's not like 4 titles. It's just one title, a continuous story. 3,
well, I think that's
thrice monthly.
Well, I think that's what they said when they did Brand New Day back in 2008. They're like, well, instead of having an amazing title and like 2 satellite titles where Amazing's selling more than the other 2, why don't we just put out an issue of Amazing 3 times a month?
They learned their lesson on that one, but it'll be interesting to see how people's pocketbooks feel.
I mean, with Brand New Day, they never told you how long that was.
Especially if there's a bunch of variant covers for like every issue or every other issue or every 3 issues or whatever it is.
Yeah, I mean,
they're going to do it.
I was going to say, at least for this one, it was oversized. It was the first
It deserved
part.
it.
It's number 75.
Yeah.
I mean, at least,
it was a good book.
At least this one, they told you how long it's going to be 3 times a month. They're like, okay, next 6 months, 3 times a month.
Budget accordingly, nerds.
So that's 18 books. That's a good arc.
Yeah.
And then we can call it a day.
It's going to be one hell of a trade, that's for sure.
Yeah, well, and then we'll get to, we'll probably get a nice big Mephisto event somewhere in the middle of it. Somewhere.
Well, Ben Reilly's showing up. Like I said, I think there's an issue with him of Death of Doctor. There's a Death of Doctor Strange tie-in issue.
That's where all my hopes lie, buddy.
And I believe he's in like the promotional art for Devil's Reign, so he's in there somewhere too.
Yeah. Oh, that's going to be a Daredevil story, right? He's out of jail.
Yeah, but I mean, it's going all over the place because I think there's going to be at least some Spider-Woman tie-in issues. I forget who. I don't know what else, but yeah. So I mean, Kingpin's basically coming after everybody now.
Yeah, really.
Good for him. I'd love to see him branch out.
Well, I think you should keep your powder dry when you're in that position. That's my opinion. It's like it doesn't necessarily help his position to start going after everyone when you can just sit there and be rich. The living well is the best revenge.
As we've learned with all billionaires, it's their ego that gets in the way. They have to be in the public eye. They have to rub it in our faces. Shut up, Philip.
Yeah, well, that's...
So that's kind of true to life, as we've learned. I'm just saying. They're not wrong with that assumption. That's a mouthful.
Yeah, he probably doesn't want to run for president,
He ran for mayor of New York. That's better than president, so,
Really, yeah, because, hey, look at, what was his name from Boardwalk Empire,
Exactly.
Never had to hold political office.
Nucky Thompson, yeah.
Nucky Thompson, he was in charge of stuff. That's all that mattered. So long as you could get your beak wet, who cared who was running stuff?
True. I was just trying to think of, Ben, I guess, is going to run into Otto in either, December or January. I wonder if Otto's going to be looking for, remember he's been looking for answers. Maybe he's going to look to Ben because I think the last time they came across each other was Clone Conspiracy.
Yeah, and that was where, that's where
we got this nice
Otto fixed that lousy tech that this, what's his name? The
Jackal?
Miles. Yeah, Miles did. I forget his name. Miles, whatever.
Miles Warren. Yeah.
Miles Warren. Yeah, that's Otto's story. He's just always fixing all of these other superheroes' bad science,
That's where
he's like, you guys are so bad at this,
That's where he got his Tolliver body, yeah.
Yeah, meanwhile, he's got $80 billion of freaking, just in slush funds. And, a freaking nuclear power plant in Canada.
That marriage was never legal.
Legal enough to it was legal by Canada standards.
Aunt May said it was real to her.
It was. And, I'm going to say this. Freaking Otto loved her,
And again, the logistics.
And we know that was real. There was a real passion that he had for that woman.
Whoa.
Nothing wrong with it. Hey, old people have lives, Phil.
Love lives, I know.
I mean, Golden Girls wasn't a bona fide hit in the 80s for a reason, followed by Hot in Cleveland. Just saying. Old people need love too, and people are fascinated with it. Marvel.
Bona fide.
And Lilith, she's that Florida woman. She knows what goes on in those old folks' homes, man.
Whoa.
I do, actually. The Villages is actually like a thing. Google the Villages in Florida, the old people. Yeah.
It's
disturbing.
Like Murder Man every night.
Wasn't there a report like 10 years ago, like STDs were up in like all those retirement homes and stuff?
Yeah.
When you can't get pregnant, why wear
you already got shingles, so
My hip's already busted.
Yeah, well, you just gotta you gotta
give the doctor a reason to give me a new hip replacement,
Hello.
At least you earned it,
but the legality. I was gonna say the legalities of even if like Otto and May were like legally married, he's died at least twice since then. It's like, so does your marriage like?
So death do us part. He pulled the old Uncle Ben. So death do us part, you old hag.
Well, like I said, it was pure, I mean,
it's pure passion though.
I just don't even understand exactly why they just leave breeder reactors running in Canada, man.
Okay.
They were simple people back then, Charlie. You know the old Canada stereotype.
Just leave the door unlocked.
It wasn't even a nuclear reactor, really. It was just maple syrup. Oh. It was just a maple syrup warmer, bro.
It was a nuclear maple syrup warmer.
This is a nice neighborhood.
Don't at me, Canada.
This is a nice neighborhood, eh? If there's any problems, call Alpha Flight, eh?
Yeah, well,
Oh, that would have been a great.
When in Toronto, do what Torontoans do.
Whoa. That would have been a great issue, Auto versus Alpha Flame.
It's never too late.
No.
I guess. No, did this predate the introduction of Wolverine? Did Canada have superheroes at this point?
I forget. When was that issue?
Yeah, it was.
I think we were just barely into the Wolverine era.
Yeah. He might have made his first appearance, but maybe not in the X-Men yet.
Yeah, so it's like
Weapon
just after they send them after the Hulk.
Weapon 10.
So, yeah, they should have sent them after Otto.
We have to get to the books, Phil. Go to Phil's Comic Corner now.
Yes.
Oh, you gotta talk the books, man.
There's this one indie book that I want to talk about.
All right. Okay, so kids, yes, the Amazing Spider-Man 75 was my pick of the week. All right.
If you didn't pick it up. Even if you just need to collect it. I mean, honestly, it's there. You better get it from the comic book store before eBay puts it on sale for like $30. Just saying.
Which book is that, dear Lilith?
Oh, that book. But I want to talk about Chicken Devil #1.
Chicken Devil?
From Aftershock Comics. The cover is what you have to Google this cover. It just drew me in. And it's basically like a guy that owns, if you're a Breaking Bad fan, Los Pollos, Hermanos or whatever. This guy is like on the straight and narrow, but his partner owes the mob like $2 million and he goes missing, and now the mob wants their money and this guy has to like learn how to protect himself. So it's just kind of like this comedy of errors of him like, learning how to use a gun and like defending himself. So it's just kind of interesting, but the artwork was really great. It's written by Brian Buccatello and the artwork was by Hayden Sherman. It's from Aftershock Comics, like I said. It is slightly more expensive than their other books at $4.99 versus like $2.99 and $3.99. But the artwork and the good, paper quality that some of their other books don't have, totally worth it. Keep your eye on this one if you kind of like comedy and like mobster stuff. Very pulpy, very tongue in cheek. Just had me laughing the whole way through, honestly.
Hold on.
Cool.
I found it looks like it had multiple covers. Did it have multiple covers?
It might have.
Okay.
But it's the guy with the chicken suit holding the gun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That one. Yes.
Okay.
That's the one that pulled me in.
Chicken dough. I mean, honestly, it does sound intriguing. I think I might wait for the movie because that's obviously going to be a movie soon.
Honestly, if you love Better Call Saul, I think this is totally right up your alley.
Oh, nice.
So, and I do think because of that popularity, and then also that same actor did, Nobody. It's very much becoming its own genre, the kind of thing that this book is about. So, not a good for her, but a good for him story. Put it to you that way.
Oh my.
So one of my many indies this week was actually last week's Impossible Jones #1 from Scout Comics. You may remember I had Scout Comics last week. They were the ones who were at $1.99. This is a $3.99 book. It has the heavy cardboard cover, and it's kind of cool. It's your basic 60s kind of Batman world. We've got our little Christmas-themed villain stealing stuff. She runs up against Impossible Jones, who has quantum tentacle powers, I guess.
You had me at tentacles, sir.
Yes. Well, we get her origin, and basically
tentacles.
She is trying to break into the big evil Star Labs Corporation to steal stuff. She gets all dequantumized in the quantum box as they do, and when she comes out, she's we see that all of the superheroes show up. We have even Steven, who I like here. He is like the Question. We've got Captain Lightning and sort of a Daredevil kind of character who are investigating this. There we go. There's that guy. And, there's not much to it aside from just the weirdness, but we have that, the mayor and the mob boss are in cahoots in some way. So it's obvious that they're going to be the real villains, but they also run the superheroes. So I'm intrigued by it. I don't know where it's going to go, but I'm very intrigued by it. But that was Impossible Jones. And when we do see her powers, they are impossible powers. It's like the stretchy stuff, and I don't know. But yeah, I like that. Impossible Jones, #1.
All right, I know you read this.
I thought it was going to be about the meat pail.
Whoa!
Oh.
That's
The Impossible Burgers? Yeah.
I mean, just say you want a little synergy. Get yourself a little, sponsorship going.
Well, we'll see where it leads. Because the actual point is she's actually a criminal. So, like, when she lets
good old Plastic Man story. Okay, that's all you had to say was.
when she lets the Christmas villain go, she keeps the thing
Spider-Man.
she stole.
Oh, no. She's an anti-hero. Catwoman does that all the time. It's fine. She's an anti-hero. She's not a straight-up villain.
Well, no. Well, she steals stuff, She's not a bad person.
Robin Hood stole stuff. It's fine.
Exactly.
Slam your butt in the pokey lady.
Yeah, no, but I like it. It was fun.
All right, Lilith, I know you read this. Wonder Woman 80th anniversary issue?
Yeah, it's the best DC book.
This week, yeah.
By far this week, for sure.
What was its competition?
A bunch of Batman stuff.
Darkseid and Swamp Thing.
And a bunch of Batman stuff.
Yeah, I'm burnt out on the Batmans. Okay, I'll say it's a tie for Batman The Adventures Continue Season 2, #5, but I actually enjoyed a lot of the stories, but...
I mean, this was...
It's kind of like that other one that we were reading. It's like...
What?
You could have done anything else, but you decided to do this.
What? The Wonder Woman or the Batman? What?
It felt kind of... They did the past, present, and future thing, but they all still felt kind of the same.
I mean,
the same, like...
I mean, I thought they did it a lot better than the Aquaman one. Way better. Oh, so you weren't that impressed with it?
I like the Becky Cloonan stuff the best.
Oh, the first
and I think that's who should be writing the book.
The first one?
On, my personal opinion.
She has been rating it. Last couple. Yeah, I think so.
I've been reading Wonder Woman Black and Gold, so I don't know.
I mean, she's basically been in like other realms and stuff, but that's the thing. That's why Steve thinks she's dead, but she's coming home soon. Yeah, I think she's pretty much next issue coming back.
Well, it's about time.
and then they've been doing these Young Diana backups, so I guess they're spinning that into its own thing now.
Ew.
Yeah, they were doing those as backups, so I guess... what's that?
Yeah.
Like a one... Yeah, well, it says an 80-page prestige book.
I would kill for an animated story with Young Diana. It's like, since we're all about making animated stuff over on HBO Max now, just throwing that out there.
Oh, I know what angered you about this issue.
No, it's Young Diana. Is it like a teen Young Diana? Like Wonder Girl Diana? Or is it like just out of World War II Diana?
It might even be before World War II, because it's just her on Paradise Island, like with her mother and the other Amazons.
And stuff. Yeah. Like at the beginning of the movie, the original Wonder Woman movie.
But she's like a full-grown young Wonder Woman. She's not like Wonder Teen or Wonder Batat.
She acts like a Wonder Brat, but it's fine.
Well, she is, to be fair, she is a princess, and...
She might be, like, preteen.
Yeah. I'd say she was a tween, but tweens aren't a thing anymore. The internet killed that, so...
I think tweens are a thing. I got a tween right here.
It's like the video killed the radio star. Yeah. I was going to say, I know what angered you is when they did a story in the white suit era of Wonder Woman.
Yep, you know it. It's like, we don't speak of this.
And did she really talk all groovy like this back then?
I think it was definitely very over-exaggerated.
Okay, in this one?
Which even incensed me even more.
By Tom King!
Yeah, poor guy. I feel like he read a couple and he felt like he could synthesize that era, but... And I love Tom King, but stick to Batman.
What do you think? Do you think maybe too? Maybe think he was trying to honor because it wasn't that Denny O'Neil.
Yeah, that's true.
Trying to honor some.
And he did have a very tongue-in-cheek sense of humor. I get what he was going for, but we don't talk about that era.
Yeah.
And like I said, on paper it looks like a brilliant idea. In practice, it was not. So. Although it's funny you should mention that because I'm going to call out one of my this week's actual indie of the week. Hey Kids Comics Volume 2, issue 6. This is Howard Chaykin's, like I said, this needs to be a Netflix series following these fictional comic book companies through the real comic book world. It is brilliant. It goes into, because it ends basically, it starts in 75, this issue, and they basically just, end out the series with, with basically the Stan Lee character going to Hollywood and trying to sell, his characters out there. And there's actually a great line in there about when they start making all the socially relevant comics of the 70s, and you have, these artists, you have the black artist and the female artist, and the female artist is listening to the old guy tell them about feminism, because they're making their, they have Athena X is their Wonder Woman standout, and that's who she's drawing. And you have Brother Midnight and Tarantulas. So here we have, Tarantulas dealing with the drugs, Brother Midnight being dictated by this guy to the white guy's explaining the black experience to the black artist who's been in this industry for years, and likewise with the old guy talking to the explaining feminism as they're doing the Athena X disco era white suit. So it's a lot of fun. The internecine squabbles of the comic book industry and the rise of the comic book industry, because we end this in 2002 at the SunCon comic book convention, which is, I guess, supposed to be like the San Diego Comic-Con, and they even mentioned about how it's grown over the years and went from, a little hall to being this major industry event. And it's just really enjoyable. If you are a big comic book nerd, and I know I am, I actually think you guys, being even bigger comic book nerds than I am, would probably love this series. I need to find Volume 1, which I think deals with the Golden Age comics and fighting Nazis, and I really want to read that. But Hey Kids Comics by Howard Chaykin, who is still producing work to this day. The man is just a dynamo out there. And I have to think this is a fake ad in the back where you can learn how to draw the Howard Chaykin way here in the back. With
yeah,
this
I think that's like an old school. Didn't they have ads on the backs of comics like that in the 60s, I think?
Yeah, they always did, yeah. So, although you also have, there actually is there is a comic book art school that advertises in comics now, and I'm forgetting the name of that one. But, yeah. So, there's lots of stuff out there. But I really love Hey Kids Comics. It is such a good series.
All right, Lilith, you got one? You're muted.
You're on mute, Lilith.
I know. Give me a second, guys. Damn. Anyway, another mobster book is Jennifer Blood #1. It's from Dynamite Entertainment. It's about a suburban housewife who used to be a mobster, and she's somebody pissed her off, and she's going back to being a mobster. But it's set in Utah. So,
oh boy,
good luck dealing with those Mormons, sister. Something like that. And we think.
You have not met a mob until you met the Church of Latter-day Saints.
I was gonna say, what is this? The Chantal story?
Yeah.
Man, all those.
So yeah, guns, high heels, and red lipstick, baby. So if that's your thing, you like the mobster story from I think it's actually thinly based on an actual story that was on Lifetime, and Alyssa Milano played the person. A lady who was a wife to the mobster, he died, and she started doing assassinations to keep the money coming in. So I think that's what it's loosely based on, honestly.
Boy, that narrows it down.
Just look Alyssa Milano mob movie.
Lifetime.
You'll find it.
Lifetime.
It's half a Lifetime.
Oh, well, you gotta love Lifetime.
I love how every
Hey, at least it's a woman in Jep movie where the woman puts other women in Jep. So that's
I love
sisters doing it for themselves.
I love
you gotta appreciate that.
I love every pick Will has so far this week. It's just people with guns.
Girl boss, gaslight, gatekeep. That's what I'm saying. Keep that energy.
Florida. All right. I haven't really thrown this out before. Lilith, did you read New Mutants 22?
No.
Oh.
I'm sour on the Mutants.
I know.
That. If it's not If it's not pirates, I don't want it.
I know. I mean, hopefully we're reversing this soon.
Pirates are.
But no, it was interesting because it was like Shadow King was been attacking the New Mutants, and they're like, why are you getting all up in our faces? And he's like, no. He's like, I'm just trying to make the mutant race stronger, because he's like, Xavier and Magneto are all sitting up there thinking their empire is going to last forever. He's like, no. He's like, name me one empire in human history that's ever lasted forever. He's like, no, they're just going to make mutants soft and weak, thinking they can just sit around and not have to, keep themselves strong. He's like, I'm doing a service here.
A contender has entered the chat.
Oh yeah, that seems like the theme of most of these books. It's like, yeah, there's at least one person in every book. He's like, yeah, I don't know, like Xavier and Magneto, man, they're really effing things up,
Well, they're boomers at this point, so
yeah. I will say this: I am actually intrigued by the Legionnaire series.
Oh yeah, the Nightcrawler one, yeah.
Yeah, and you see that they're finally being nice to good old was it Kane Marco, the Juggernaut?
Oh, yeah.
Letting him be
Don't
on
you
the
know
team.
who he is?
He's the Juggernaut, lady. So yeah, it's.
I mean, he's basically Prince Harry,
Yeah. Well,
he's the king.
he's cool.
He's the king. The next king's brother.
Yeah, but I just always felt that it was very rude them not letting him onto Krakoa. It's like, no, see, you're a human with mystical powers. You don't belong in the mutant homeland. It's like, dude, what, you don't? It's like, first off, it's super racist against humans. Oh, okay. That never sat well with me. I don't like it when people exclude others.
They just like their mutant on mutant crime.
Yeah, well, that's if all you have is mutants, that's the only kind of crime you'll have.
True.
Here's my other indie, my last indie of the week, Department of Truth. I love this.
That's
series,
a nice cover you got there.
Oh yeah, well they're all good. I mean, this is of course issue 13, lucky number 13.
Ooh, 13.
Basically, the premise we've been getting is that we realized that Hawk was basically a plant for the Black Hats, yada yada yada. But then he does this like sort of double reverse because basically Hawk thinks that the Lee Harvey Oswald, who's running the Department of Truth, is actually the created Lee Harvey Oswald, who was supposed to be assassinated. But they did a place switch, and it's actually the real Lee Harvey Oswald did get assassinated, and the little what I believe they call them culpas or something. The construct wound up taking over the Department of Truth, and they have recreated the secret place behind where our Cole, our hero, was believed he was ritually abused by the demon man with the star face, and it gets crazy. But basically, they have to bring down both the Black Hats, who are objectively evil, because those are the guys who want to make the Earth flat, and the current head of the Department of Truth, because they think it's being run by the worst concept, by the living embodiment of shadow government. That basically the idea that we create in our minds of a shadow government, that has become manifest in Lee Harvey Oswald as the head of the Department of Truth. So it is so cool, such a great series. Really pick it up, guys. Don't wait for the trades. Get it fresh off the presses. It is worth the $3.99.
Lilith, you got one?
Yeah, I'm gonna actually talk a DC book.
Okay.
Because it's Halloween, it's spooky season, scary, spooky skeletons. And I love when DC does this. I love all their holiday specials that they put out. Are You Afraid of Darkseid? It's basically like, that round the table, an old school Nickelodeon show, Are You Afraid of the Dark? Yeah. They tell those scary urban legend tales around a campfire. It's the Teen Titans. It's so adorable, and I think they should definitely do this for Teen Titans Go, the animated series, I think they should do an episode directly spun out of this. I think that would be so cool. It was really funny and cute.
So you liked it?
Yeah. Like I said, I like their holiday specials. They do a really good job with their holiday specials, especially the Halloween stuff.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Lil, did you read Deadpool Black, White, and Blood number 3?
I did.
Not impressed?
It's still not any better yet. Yeah.
I don't know. I thought this one
This
was
is just
okay.
a straight cash grab. I'm good.
I thought it was okay. I mean, that first story, they're really staring into that black and white motif with him battling guys dressed as nuns.
Yeah.
Because
I think that's the gimmick of every issue. How are they going to execute the theme?
yeah, because all he wanted in payment was a penguin.
Don't we all, brother? Don't we all?
Hey, oh my god!
I'll need a warm weather penguin though. Obviously, I live in Florida, so
They have those.
Oh, yeah.
they do. They're brown. Yeah.
But I was just thinking about Charlie in this second story because it's like, Deadpool and Bullseye are both trying to kill the same guy and coming through, and they're like, "Who is this guy?" And they're like, "What is it?" They're like, "Oh, isn't this like?" They say it was like supposedly Doctor Doom's brother or something, or
Yeah.
I have a
No,
brother.
it's Doombot.
was it brother or nephew or something? Yeah, they were just like,
They're not trying to kill Kristoff, are they?
no.
No.
I don't. Do they? I don't. Yeah, they really don't. It's just
It was just a gimmick.
Yeah, because at the end, they get to the guy, and meanwhile, Domino killed him before they even go out there. She's like,
Well, although now it's canonical. That's the thing. And obviously, the man's going to have relatives.
oh, it's Doom's.
So.
It's Doom's cousin. Yeah.
Oh, Doom's. Well, yeah, the man has lots of cousins. The man was a Latvian Romani. It's a very tight knit community. Man probably had 20 cousins. So,
Because the guy had like a ton of ninjas to fight them, and then went the Austin Powers route with frickin' sharks with frickin' laser beams on top of their heads.
I know, but they're running out of gas. I'm sorry. This is just clearly they're running out of gas at this point.
So
Everything's an homage, and I'm over it.
So did I see? I guess sometime in the next few months, I guess we're doing an Elektra one. I think they're doing. I think they're doing an Elektra one. Yeah.
Or like an Elektra red, white, and black, or
I think it might be Black, White, and Blood again. I don't know.
Okay.
Nobody tell Frank Miller.
Yeah. Well.
Well, I think he stopped talking to them when they resurrected her.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
That's what I mean. Nobody tell Frank Miller.
I know.
It's the circle of comic books, friends.
Oh yeah, there is.
Truly.
Yeah, Elektra, Black, White, and Blood. Yep.
Oh, okay. That should be for who? Is it going to be a rotating team or a...
I think it's probably going to be the same thing, like short stories like this.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, we haven't had Elektra... Well, I mean, we have Elektra in Daredevil, but, we haven't really seen her on her own outside that universe for a while, so that'd be cool.
Yeah, it looks like the first issue comes out the last week of December, so...
Is she still running the hand?
What?
Is she still running the hand, or...
No, she's running around as Daredevil, remember?
No, I know she's running around. I don't know who runs the hand.
I mean, I know she was talking about the hand for a while, but we really haven't seen any hand lately.
Okay.
Talk to the hand.
Just curious, Because I know she was, in charge. I mean, it could still be running itself, and she's just, I'm doing the Daredevil thing now. You guys can pretty much, she left Phil in accounting in charge. And Phil's just, so, okay. Make sure you bring back your receipts.
Lilith, you know who needs to do a story in that series, right? Chichester.
If they don't riot. If you're not DJ Chichester, you can't write ninjas. Nice.
I knew that would come in handy. All right.
What is my favorite ninja trivia fact?
No, what?
That our entire concept of ninjas exclusively comes from Kabuki theater. That the actual everything we think about ninjas is just because in Kabuki they would have ninja characters that were meant to just sort of when they would cut the lights in the theater.
They were sneaking around doing all the yeah.
That everything we think about ninjas, it's all from Kabuki theater, which is why when people talk about it's just Kabuki, it's like literally that's what ninjas are. Like there may have been professional assassins, but they didn't dress funny, and they probably didn't have clans, and probably like most things in feudal Japan probably was not nearly as structured as Imperial Japan wanted it to be. And so they had all these Shinto codes that was like, this is how it is supposed to be, and everyone just like assumed that was exactly what it was like. But medieval Japan was like medieval Europe. It was just a bunch of guys with swords, and whoever had the biggest sword got to say what was going on.
Well, it kind of still works that way.
Yeah, exactly.
It's in Lil's house.
What's that line? If you can tell me to shut up, then tell me to shut up. But if you can't, mind your business.
Oh my!
There you go.
Shut your filthy mouth.
I got 3 more Marvel books that I can talk about if we have time. But if not, we can call this, and I can talk about them in my next show.
I mean, yeah, you want to save them for Super?
Yeah, we'll save them for Super.
That's Super.
Connectivity!
All right, so should we wind this up?
Sure.
Wrap it up! Wrap it up!
You're not on a date, Lil. Anyway, yes, send your thoughts on the return of Ben Reilly or any of the other comics we discussed tonight.
Feel so happy. He's a schoolboy again. It's so cute. I'm so happy for you.
I feel like a teenager again, just like when first time Ben Reilly was popular. Anyway, so yes, email us, capesandlunatics@gmail.com, or call the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And remember, you can follow Capes and Lunatics on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram. Find links to all the various social medias for all of our shows. Find links to this YouTube channel. See the joy on my face. Ben Reilly's back. Guess who's back?
Back again.
That's right. All right, and most importantly, find link to our Patreon. Again, we're out here in the wilderness on our own, kids, so please, we're all paying for this out of our own pockets, so please, if you can, please subscribe to the Patreon. Again, shout-outs to Ray and Justin, our patrons right now. Thank you very much for your contributions. And also...
send us money!
We need the money. Gimme.
We need the money. Gimme.
And if you just want to make a one-time fee, go make sure you go to our new store over at Teespring. Again, they have the same...
Bigger, better tumblers for your tea.
Yep. More cups, t-shirts, phone cases, and like I said, even more variety of merchandise. So check that out. But yes, you can. The easiest way right now to find all of it is all in one place. Linktree, linktr.ee/capesandlunatics. All right, Love Hellfire. Where can people talk to you about guns and comics and
Sopranos specifically? I'm on a Sopranos kick right now, so if you're a Sopranos fan, find me on the interwebs at Lilith Hellfire over on Twitter, at Lilith Hellfire69 on Instagram, and of course at Lilith Hellfire69 on the TikTok. The big finish.
Best finale in series television ever.
Oh my!
Look at my butt.
All right.
If you understood it, you understood.
You understood it. Yeah.
It was beautiful. It was beautiful.
Jeff's kiss. Charlie Esser.
Hi, kids. If you'd like to, I realized actually I did my first live tweeting 7 years ago today.
I was going to say, yeah, great job on the live tweet for Stargirl, by the way.
Yes, and it was on Stargirl today, or last Tuesday, which is great, because if you'd like to follow, well, we'll get to that in a minute, but first, if you'd like to write to me in the old-fashioned email way, where mothers and fathers and ancient Mongol warriors once did, do so at superconnectivityblog@gmail.com. That's superconnectivityblog, all one word, at gmail.com. Of course, follow me on the Twitters, as I am live tweeting that Stargirl, because I get Channel 11 now, kids, Tuesday nights at 8, at Charlie Esser, CHAROIE. Yes, SCR. Look for the 2 E's in the middle.
For quality. Bing!
That's right, Maz. Thanks.
Ooh.
Love that Maz.
I know. Everyone loves the Maz. Come on.
And then there's Maz. You've never lived until Maz has given you a pain. In the butt is here's the life. If you like it, you like it.
Anyway, what ending. For another week, we have been your Capes.
I'm Basand.
Lunatics!
And again, keep it tuned to the Capes and Lunatics for all your updated Ben Reilly news. We'll be talking about it here or Ultimate Spider-Cast. Oh, Lilith, it's weekly. I mean, you and I will probably have opportunities to talk issues too, so.
Save it for the boys.
All the Marvel stuff is right here on the Capes and Lunatics. Stay tuned to this. And then for all your DC news, check out Capes and Lunatics Sidekicks. Starting every week with Ray's favorite character.
Batman?
He loves Batman.
As much
He
as
loves
Batman.
Batman.
That's right. Alright, kids. Remember, to the comic book shop and beyond.
See you later, bunkies.
Hi, I'm one of the High Priests of Khonshu Ray, and I have the sacred privilege of providing you, the loony listener, with a podcast honouring Marvel's very own Moon Knight. So join me and a host of others at Into the Night, a Moon Knight podcast. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram, or support the show by becoming a Patreon member. Into the Night, a Moon Knight podcast. It's time to get your Khonshu on.